YouTube, welcome back to another Warzone tips and tricks video. Today we will be breaking down a viewer submitted gameplay, going through every mistake and every good thing that this player does, as well as the players that he kills. There's lessons to be learned on both sides of the scope, and I'm going to cover as many tips as possible in this one short video. If you guys do enjoy the video or learn something new, leave a like, subscribe today, and let's get into it. We're spectating your boy Katie House, and he's going to be playing solo buyback. Now we don't spectate buyback much when it comes to tips, but this mode is a great mode to practice in, and it's just a great mode to slay out in. So if you guys are playing it, make sure you're playing it aggressively. That's how you get better. So right off the rip, we're gonna go for an intel contract. And again, no matter what mode you're playing, you want to try your best to get your loadout in the first 2 to 3 minutes. 3 minutes absolute max. Stop landing at that one building and just looting it because it's big and because you think because it's big it's got a lot of rooms, because big buildings, even though they do have a lot of chests in them, they take a lot longer to loot than 4 or 5 small buildings. I'd rather loot 4 or 5 houses than one big massive building because you can just get in and out of them bitches. So in buyback, you want to have the money to come back, of course, but you also want to have money for loading. All right, using the bomb drone as a recon drone, which is what I do all the time. This is a great strat. You do see the enemy on the right-hand side. Intel looks clear. And at this point here, I would just blow the bomb drone up. I wouldn't even fuck with this dude for 2 reasons. 1, we're not gonna be able to kill him. If we hit him directly, it's just gonna crack him. And 2, we know the area we wanna go to is clear. Let's stop wasting the time. Let's blow it up and let's get there. We could already be basically there at this point and we'd be safe. All that extra time of us in the bomb drone, if we were chasing the enemy, someone else could have rotated in and cut us off. They didn't in this situation, but again, you have to think like that. You gotta clear area and instantly move. Again, pay attention to the minimap. Somebody did just light themselves up at this building and they were looking in this direction. So that's things you need to pay attention to. You wanna see where the pings are near you. You wanna see which direction they're looking if it does pop up like that for you. The reason being is if you, for some reason you have to rotate there, or some reason you wanna fight that guy, you want to know where the other threat is. That way you don't put yourself between the enemies. You can come up from a different angle. Also, if you guys are trying to get aggressive and just hunt down kills, minimap's gonna be your best friend always. You can use UAVs, but early game, man, you can really clean up a lot of kills just because most people aren't suppressed and most people don't get their loadout until the free loadie. So if you guys knock out the first tip and get your loadie as fast as humanly possible, you'll be able to wax half the lobby without any contest. All right, we have a fight going on up here. And I do like the fact to see you in your map. When we spectate viewers, it's very rare you guys are pulling up your map. So I love this. This is a very rare commodity we get. You paid attention to the mini map. You saw people fighting. You pulled it up and you pinged them. This allows you to do 2 things. 1, you now know where they're at, right? 2, you need to get your loadout anyway. So we have to go this direction any motherfucking way. The distance the enemy has to the buy and the distance we have to the buy is about 2.5 times greater. So we could go ahead, work our way to the buy real quick, buy the loadie, get on the rooftop and fuck this kid up. It's a million different strategies you could use to gatekeep this enemy. But again, I'd be making my way there as fast as humanly possible. Get my loadout at least thrown and then fucking wax this kid. You hear them fighting still too. Enemy to our left also, or behind us now, I should say. And what you don't want is that momentum to slow down, because now that it's slowed down, this guy could actually put himself in a position to fuck us up and gatekeep us. You want to always try to be in front of the enemy. When you're fighting gas, you always want to try to lead him. So even if he's at the buy right now, I'm not ADSing at this window. I'm not ADSing at nothing. I'm going to be running down this ramp and keeping my eye every few feet. I'm going to turn and look. Every few feet I'm going to turn and look. That way I can keep my eye on this guy and make sure that he's not making his way to me. Also on top of that, we have a UAV. So we have a lot of intel that we should be taking advantage of. Again, the moment we saw that man, the moment we had him pinged, I was already wanting to make my way in front of the enemy so this wouldn't happen. Granted, now we're at a decent spot to where we can shoot him in the back. But if this guy's half-assed decent, the moment we fire, he's going to smoke out and grab some cover. And he'll be in a way better position to fuck us up. Fortunately for us, though, the enemy was ass. So let's watch what the enemy does when he gets shot, because it's real common and it's real weird. So he gets shot in the back right here. When he gets shot, instead of just turning around and playing this as a heady and plating up and going prone, he does this weird thing where he like 360s, turns around, sidesteps, and allows us to shoot him in the front of his face. Gets shot, instantly turns around, sidesteps backwards, and slows his momentum down. And then he does this weird slide thing. Look at this. Like, what are you sliding to? The moment he got shot at, he should have played this as a heady. But we see that all the time. That's a very common mistake. And again, if the enemy would have done that, we would have been held. We'd be jumping off towards him right now and he'd fuck us up because the gas is pushing us out. But what we just witnessed was pure panic. sheer having no idea how to fight. And the enemy just gave us probably the easiest kill of the match. And we see it all too often, dude. Players just getting in fights, and instead of just playing the cover they're near, they just do this weird circular bullshit and get fucking killed. All right, so speaking of gatekeeping again, we do have an enemy sitting on the rooftop. Again, pay attention to what I said in tip number 2. Watch the mini map, look at where the enemies are looking as well. That way you can kind of figure out who is not popping up and where they're at. You can also follow the tracers. Now, the good thing about this, and what I like that KD's doing, is he's taking advantage of the third party. The enemy is super locked in, paying no attention at all. So judging by the, well, one, I'm not mad at slow walking in this area. I tell you all the time, don't slow walk, don't crouch walk. It's stupid. You look dumb. But when you're trying to sneak up on an enemy like this that's distracted, take advantage of it. 2, it sounds like the enemy's actually on our level. Now he's below us. Jump up, fuck him up, fuck him up. Before he jumps, go. Another tip, guys, a lot of you players right now that are watching play the edge of the gas. You sit here on the edge in a high ground in a power position. It's not a power position, but you think it is. And then you jump when the gas tells you to jump. If you guys are playing this game and you're constantly finding yourself being pushed out by the gas, you're doing it wrong. And this is why you're dying. This is why you're not as good as you want to be. Stop playing the edge of the gas. When the next zone rotates, pre-rotate with it. And I'm not saying if this zone pops up, just go to the next line. No, find the best spot. This is obviously going to be a northern ending. This is obviously going to be more of melee or power. That's where we should be going to. You want to position yourself in a good area. So many players think that playing the edge is the safest because they're not going to be many people there. You're wrong. Most players play the edge of the gas. Why? Because most players have no idea what to do. The sweats for sure are moving around, but there's also sweats cleaning up the edge. So you guys sitting here playing passive and playing slow, playing the edge like this, it's going to get you hurt. Very nice. Still with our ground loot weapons too, which is crazy. Crazy. But going back to the original play, and I wanted to get our loadie and then gatekeep the enemy when we first did the recon. I still stand by that. We should have done that play. But this has kind of set us up for a nice little start. And also, like I tell you guys, have to play the edge of the gas if you're trying to get better at the game. There are a lot of us that will play the edge of the gas to hunt players like this. Now you remember, you saw the loadie in the canal. The enemy just landed next to you and you hear him going to the canal. Also, if you guys aren't doing anything, like you're not actively in a fight and you hear an enemy coming in, or the alert comes out, enemy incoming, try to peek outside and get eyes on where that enemy's coming from or going. So again, you can kind of know where he's at, so you can either A, kill him, or B, rotate around him. I want to encourage you guys to always get aggressive and fight, but you don't want to fight everybody in the world. There are some fights you want to avoid. It's an easy kill. Oh, he's Mary Poppins floating, easy kill. Damn, they stole it from us, what a bitch. Now look, this is dangerous. So if this guy's paying attention, if this guy is competent at all, he's going to hear us shoot. He's going to see us and he's going to beam us up the sky. Also, I do feel like there's a guy over here. We were getting shot at when we were shooting at the last guy. He's not looking at us. He's looking a whole different direction. And we get pelted and this dude's back is to us. So somebody's over here that we can't see. This guy is running away from us actively and we're still getting hit. And if you look at minimap, he's over here. So when you got shot at, you really should have paid attention to that, so that when you made this move here, you play this a little bit smarter, because we're putting ourselves between two enemies right now. And whether we survive or not, doesn't matter. This is really pure luck. I would have just fell off the roof and played the buildings and worked my way to the enemy over here. Maybe even smoking out the buy and getting a UE up. I was just about to say, I'm surprised this guy didn't push up on us to kill us, but there he is. All right, I like the play. A little bit of patience with it. Enemy just went inside, trying to cut him off from the left-hand side of the building. Oh, nice therming, brother. So look, even though we survived that fight, and when you guys are playing, you're surviving crazy fights, look at yourself and ask yourself, like, should I have survived that? You got to be honest with yourself, because if you are, you can really learn from the mistakes that you made. There's a lot of games we'll win, and I'm like, we should not have fucking won that game because we played like ass, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, man, if you can identify your mistakes, whether you're winning or losing, you'll instantly become a better player, because it keeps you on your toes. It keeps you thinking, keeps your brain going. And again, I want y'all guys to pay attention to how many people are on the edge of the gas. So next time y'all are thinking playing the edge is going to be safer, I want you to think again. There's also somebody shooting to the right-hand side, very close. He may have jumped in the water. We're getting shot at from the left-hand side too. I mean, you're playing aggressive, I will give you that, but it's almost like a forced aggression because it seems like you're always trying to catch up to the rotate and you're always getting in a bad spot. And the longer y'all are playing like this, the more shit like that's gonna happen, or I guess that way. You're gonna end up getting held in third party and it's gonna make your rotation harder and harder and harder. And the smaller the zone gets, the harder it's gonna be for you guys to survive those edge of the gas plays. Because once that zone's small as fuck, I'd peep that. I ain't gonna lie, I'd peep the fuck out of that. So he just got shot from behind. I don't know what the fuck this dumbass was doing. I don't know where this sniper is. I don't know why he did this. This is stupid. Why is this dumb? Well, one, we just jumped over a little half wall. So all we have to do is sit here, played up behind it, peek, and then hold this guy. If I'm the guy in the gas that just sniped this dude, I'm not shooting. Hell no. The last thing that I want is to let this dude know that I'm here. Hell no. That was a big mistake. Let's see if he ends up paying the price for it. I hope so. I hope Katie goes back and fucks this kid up. And then he crouch walks. Like, brother, smokes. You have to have smokes. You have to. Stems are great. There's a lot of great tacticals, but there are certain play styles where smokes will benefit you. I use smokes, but if you play like this, you definitely need smokes, bro. Come on, man. But again, I want y'all to play aggressive, but if you're in a bad spot like Woody, don't take the shot. Do not let us know you're there. Do not let us know you're there, brother. That was fucking dumb. Big mistake. I will say this too, because we've been playing the edge of the gas, we haven't had a chance to go to the buy station and really stock up on anything yet. I would like to see UAVs being bought a little bit. All right, so here we are moving off. We do see the vehicle on the right-hand side. This is going to be on the edge of the next zone. Whenever you're going to the edge of the next zone, what have we learned in this video and all videos before this? People love playing the edge. People will sit there and gatekeep, people will camp, whatever the case is. So I fully expect a player to be in this area, especially on this building. He just zipped over, fucking weird. And there's another guy. Nice transition. Nice knock. Go back, get the XE. Switch weapons. Oh, I dive over there. Fuck that. Dive over there and get him. It's unfortunate we didn't get those kills. But honestly, again, when we got the 2 knocks, I would have just instantly gone up in the tower, jumped over there, and forced that fight. We could have definitely executed the guy that was in the top that we knocked, the second knock, and then we definitely could have jumped on that other dude.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't shoot him out the sky. So you see him jumping down on you. When he gives you the alert, what did we talk about in the beginning of this video? When you hear the alert, you need to get outside and look around. You can get some easy kills that way. This dude should be dead easily. Secondly, you need to commit. If you're being shot at, don't always commit. But if you're safe and the enemy's occupied with someone else and you're third partying, crack him, knock him, execute him. If you're safe. For some reason, we lay off. The enemy gives the illusion that he's going down, but he backs up. And we fuck off. Unfortunate. So we missed out on 2 kills right there. So we've missed out on 2 kills here. Because 1, we didn't thermite the guy up top and jump on the second guy. And 2, we didn't kill the guy in the air and didn't finish this guy off either. So we should be sitting on 11 right now, easily. And again, don't forget about the players that are in this building too that popped up on the minimap earlier and the guys that are approaching here. I don't, that sucks. Yeah, we spent way too much time trying to go down. People are trying to get the high ground. You want to maintain that. I wouldn't be in the tower, but I'd be playing that rooftop. The enemy's not plated. Push. He didn't plate. I don't know why. Yeah. And shit like that, you got to pay attention to as well. Like, we hit him 1 time. And look, Katie was paying attention to that. I'm glad he was, because the moment we hit the target right here and we didn't see that plate icon, I pushed that motherfucker, dude. He was able to pop 1 plate, but still we were able to wax him really fast because of the mistake the enemy made. And again, just taking advantage of the mistakes that enemies are making. If you see an enemy fuck up, jump on his ass. Guy above us still too. Don't forget about the gunman that was sitting up top when we fell down from Grace. Look at this dude. What the all right, Chino, the tip I give for him is just get some eardrums that work. Yeah, you gotta have ears. If you want to get good at the game, you gotta listen. And again, it's mind-blowing to me that there have been 6, 7 people here and none of these guys have wanted to pre-rotate to the next zone. Like look at it. Like I said, it's going to go melee or pop off. It hug more melee. So melee pre-rotator is going to be really well set up because these buildings are going to be benefited drastically. Melee is probably one of the harder endings when it comes to pushing in from the outside. Not saying it's impossible, but it's definitely harder. I like the patience. Whether you make that or not, I like the patience. Your thermites are very just spammy. You don't have to just instantly throw it. I want you to be a little bit more patient with the thermite too. I trolled you once for missing this one. I wanted you to hit this guy with the thermite, no doubt. Just be a little bit more patient with the thermite, but good job with the nade. You missed, but still, you want to see that patience. Unless you're out and about and you're scrapping with somebody, there's really no reason to be hasty with it. Now, I would be worried about this hill too. Whether the players are good or not, people understand high ground. People are starting to get it. So I would definitely be at least peeping over by the hill, because when we have to jump off and we're only paying attention over here, what if there's a dick farm done sitting here waiting for us? Fucking weird. Right? You want to get eyes on everything. Thankfully, he revealed himself to us. I'm not sure if KD would have looked that direction if he wouldn't have. Good job switching weapons, trying to take the sniper fights with a sniper. I like this.
You're losing ground. Move it.
Now, one benefit we could have is we have to push out. There's guys to our right, there's guys to our left. Fortunately, these guys are going to occupy themselves, and so will these guys. So we can probably take the first fight. And third party, we're gonna have to fight. I doubt we're gonna be able to float to safety. We're gonna have to pick a fight. So pay attention to these areas. And to be fair, I would probably do this one because you have a lot more cover over here. Move back up. No. I don't like this at all. Enemy rapping on us? Coming up. Oh no! Good play from Blakey. So again, that's an audio issue for sure. Not from the game, just the fact you didn't hear it. The moment this happens and you hear the beep, just get out of there, bro. You know the enemies in this building. Go to this one and just play the gatekeep. Just play the gatekeep. What did we talk about in the earlier game? This is another mistake I see you making quite often. You want to get in front of the enemy. You want to get in front of him. There's no reason with the gas coming in and this guy locked in on you that you need to go inside this building at all. Second warning. This. Stay away from this. Bail out instant. The moment you see this bitch pop up, duck. Right? Right here. You hear, listen for the drop. Listen for like the footsteps, and then there's nothing. Next thing you hear is a right? So now we know he's under us. We hear him come up our left-hand side. At this point here, we need to be getting the fuck. We are caught in gas. Even if this enemy, even if we're trying to play this fight, we shouldn't be. Get to the next building, bro. We got to get out of here. I was interested to see how you're going to rotate out of that with the guy on the hill. I was very interested to see that. I really wish you would have survived because it would have been a hard fight. You would have had people on the rocks over here holding you. You would have had this guy holding you. That would have been a really interesting thing to see you do. All right, we've got a loadie over here. I'm about to say, yeah, bail from that buy station. Love that. So at this point here, what do you do? Whether it's buybacks or normals, we need to get a gun. You don't have to get your loading. I don't really like the fact we're coming over here. I'm gonna be honest. We just saw the loadout. We know enemies are close. We got 4 buy stations we could have gone to. We could have gone here. Nah, I just don't like the warehouse personally. There's too many people there watching it. It's hard to get away from there. I don't want that either. I'd go for one of the portables. Will there be enemies up there? For sure. Probably watching it, but be fast, bitch. This is where I would have gone, no doubt. I wouldn't have landed there because again, look to the bottom right. And you had it, you bailed from it, but it's like you forgot. You saw it, you're like, nah, fuck that. And then you're just like full send. And you can see the decision-making process. And I understand it's closer. I just don't think it's worth. All right, now this is it for all the marbles. Now, unfortunately, we've wasted our money. We have no money. We are broke. I don't know what we're going to buy for. I don't know if he knows he's broke. Hopefully yeah, I think he just realized, fuck, I ain't got no money. All right, so this is a good play. Now, I've talked the whole time, the whole game I've been like, stop playing the edge. This is stupid. This is the moment I would play the edge. Why would I play the edge now? Well, when it comes to in-game situations, positioning is crucial and patience is crucial. So playing the edge isn't bad. 2, again, cleaning up the edge of the game is cleaning up the easiest kills. So if you need weapons, if you need money, you're broke and you ain't got shit, go to the edge of the circle and kill some bot that's laying prone camping in the gas like that dude there. It's all about timing when it comes to playing the edge of the gas. This is probably when I would start doing that. Get out, get out, get out. No! I respect the chow. Don't do that. Hell no. We know people are on the edge. We know it. The moment our high alert goes off, because it does, watch, boom. What do? There's a piece of cover right here. That's your best bet. Or you just full sprint to this doorway, but yeah, go here. We probably could have made it and survived because look how far we got. If we wouldn't have stopped and challenged, we would have survived. That is unfortunate. That is, Chino killed you. Y'all remember Chino? Oh no, you hate to see it. I mean, overall, Katie, you're definitely a good player. Some decision-making things you could correct to really elevate your gameplay. Guy below you.
Enemies dropping in.
I don't like this. Nuh-uh. Let me get my words together. The moment we get our loadie, we should have vaulted up here and played the rooftop. We should have just got on the roof and looked around. 360. If you get shot from behind us, we go to the other side. If you get shot from the other side, you go on this side of the rooftop. Because it's arched like that, you can kind of play both sides. Coming inside, what did we talk about earlier? I hate playing this building because bitches are always camping inside of it. The moment we do this, we set ourselves up for a massive, massive potential to lose. You have all of this to worry about. You have all below us. You have the windows to our right-hand side, and you know bitch is going to be in this building looking at this building. And then you, of course, have, obviously, the guy that's over here.
Enemies dropping
Way too much to keep your eyes on. Again, the second time you have challenged an enemy when you shouldn't have. Sometimes, if you have no chance of escaping or survival, play your life and fight it out. Without a doubt. I'd jump out the fucking window. I would try my best to break out of this. If you think you can survive and fight this faster than you can jump out the window around the corner, you're out of your mind. Hell no. Jump out that window first and foremost. You might get shot in the back, you might die, but it's a better chance of survival than fighting this out. What could we do? Well, we could land on our dead body and get our loot real quick. It's risky, for sure, but at least you'd have your loot. You got to kind of play what you have, and honestly, with us having nothing, that's exactly what I would do. I'd land on that rooftop, jump down, get my shit, and dip. Don't get everything. Run on top of your body, you'll auto pick up the plates, pick up your gun, maybe two if you're not getting shot at, and get the fuck out of there. Fuck the perks, fuck your streaks, fuck everything. Then once you have your weapons, you can kind of look through the windows, find that bitch. If he's there, fuck him up, finish getting the rest of your shit. If he's fucking you up, again, bail out, play your life. There we go. Rooftop, rooftop. When you hear enemies in the air coming at you, look. Now, I'm not a fan of this play at all because of everyone out here. I understand the guy below us is below us, and he probably knows we're here. But the longer we're put on this roof and doing all this bullshit, the bigger chance the enemy has to spot us and fuck us up. We definitely need to reload. It's 100% important. But once we are, let's fuck this kid up. Let's challenge this dude. We need to get off this rooftop. Every building's gonna have a player in it. Building endings are not fun. They are fun, but they're not easy. You just, what the? We just infam. We just kicked open. Nick Merckx would be disappointed in your ass. We just kicked open the fucking door like SEAL Team 6 and started looting, and you still had no idea we were there. Got to your left. What we talked about earlier. Remember the guy that shot us in the back that we ended up fucking up? One, I wouldn't have wasted this. You don't know if you're gonna need this cluster later on. You're literally launching it just to launch it. Two, you don't know if you need to run that direction, right? We might have to go that direction, AKA, hence the guy that shot us. Now we can't go this way. Now we gotta move to the right. So it might have cut off our other route. Three, wrong gun for this fight. You got an M4, that's what you should be using. Not a ground loot, whatever this is, striker. It's not a good option. And now we've pissed off an enemy who knows where we're at. Now, I will say, Katie, good play, not just pushing up the middle. You know that he knows you're here, so you're separating yourself from the enemy. I like this. You want to separate yourself from the dangers that know you're there. Does he have a gas? Nope. Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. We got lucky on that one, dude. All right. 11 enemies left. Enemy coming up. I like the fact you committed to the plate instead of bailing away. Good decision, because you could have lost that fight if you would have stopped. All right, now I'm not mad at this. We're in a rough spot, right? We have an opening we have to clear. We have 9 enemies in this tiny circle. Play it slow. I always get mad at people playing like this, but when it comes to end game, you got to do what you got to do. We have an enemy above us. We hear his footsteps. We have 2 guys over here fighting each other. Obviously, we know there's going to be a guy in this building, this building, and this building. That's a given. So we know exactly where 6 enemies are of the 9 that are left. That gives 3 variables. We have no idea where they're at. Let everyone reveal themselves if you can. So during this moment, instead of just sitting here, you want to be planning your rotation. Where am I going to go? How am I going to rotate out? The guy's above me. How am I going to fight him if I have to? I have no smoke. Start analyzing what you have and how you're going to do things so that when that time comes and the gas forces you out, you have a play. You don't just sit there and hesitate. You don't panic. Also on top of it, while we're waiting, not only are enemies going to be revealing themselves, they'll kill each other off too. This is going to be a rough spot to be in though. I'm not saying this is a great spot, but because we're here, that's really all we can do. Got her all right. Oh. 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 Remember the guy above us? He might still be there. That might be him, but he might still be there. Oh, bitch. Nice stem, break inside, plate up. All right, and plating. It worked out. Good play. Good play. So honestly, now we're in a position. We can get on the rooftop and just hold motherfuckers coming up. We can get eyes on everybody around us and literally just kill the last 3 guys. Sorry, guys. I'm coughing up lungs here, bro. I just got over being sick. So there's going to be a lot of cuts in this video. Nice. It's taking me an hour and a half to record this video. It's a 1v1 situation. Again, just like before, I want to get on the rooftop. I want to get eyes on everything around us. The enemy might be in our building. He might not be in our building. But if he's not, I want to see it. Hear him to the left-hand side. Definitely in our building now. If we played the rooftop, we could have just waited for the gas to come in and watched the enemy run out. There was really no reason to jump down there in the first place because we had this door here. If you open this door, there's windows. You can look down. You can jump out on the outside and come down behind the enemy. You know the enemy's behind us. I'm shocked the enemy knew we were here. I'll be honest. He opens the door and he's looking at us. It is fucking weird. I'll be honest, but it happened. But overall, your gameplay wasn't that bad. I would like to see you move away from the edge and start taking advantage of buy stations a little bit more. Playing more aggressive will get you killed a little bit more, but you will get more fights and you will become a better player overall. Your aim was good. We didn't really see you use movement too much. You had a lot of good plays where you played the fight accordingly, but sometimes you panicked. When it came to end game, once you died, it was almost like you threw the towel in mentally. You played completely different. You slowed down, you sat in corners, and you froze up. And honestly, that's more common than you think. Most players will play a certain caliber of gameplay beginning game, and once it gets in game, they get so much pressure on them, they slow it down too much. And again, once we got to that final building, we should have played the rooftop. We should have played at least the windows in the second floor. Putting ourselves on ground level, making an even fight for the enemy was not really the good play that I wanted to see. I was really expecting you to just hold the enemy from inside the gas, or maybe even jump out of the window and kill them from behind. But guys, look, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something new. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe today, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.